Why, hello! I thought we would do, I'm sorry for that. What we would do today is a new feature that I haven't done before, but that I think may be worth it. And that is, for old acquaintance, be forgot, etc. At the end of the year, you know, I do the greatest of the year, what I used to call greatest of all time, my top 10 pens for that year. But I thought what would be interesting, maybe, I don't know, so you have to let me know if you think this is interesting, is give you the top 5 pens for that year that I have reviewed that I've loved the most. And I thought that could be fun, maybe, because people seem to like lists. And I think this would actually be an interesting list to think about for me, and then maybe to share with you. And so I have next to me 5 pens in different price ranges, but that I have been really pleasantly surprised by. So I thought I'd share those with you. Now what I'm going to do is I'll show you the pen here. I'll talk a little bit about it. I know you can't really see it very well. Then I'm going to tilt the camera down. I'm going to do a writing sample, and then you get to really see the pen and see how it writes and why I love it, because I'm a user, so the pens have to actually write well. So in no particular order, I'm just actually ordering them a little bit. In somewhat particular order, I think this was about the order in which I got them this year. Number 1, and it's not, this was not my most favorite, I'm just, these are the 5s. Junlaipen 930. What a pen. It's huge. It has a number 9 nib, but if big pens are not your thing, they come in smaller sizes. I'm assuming Junlaipen 920, 910 or something, but look on AliExpress, look in these places. This is bigger than a Montblanc 149. I'm sure they have a 149 size and 146 size. It is certainly inspired by, but it's bigger than a 149, so I thought that was cool. Piston-filled pen, huge, beautiful, leaked when I got it, tightened the nib unit, no more issues, piston-filled. You can disassemble it if you want to. You do need a wrench for that, but you can disassemble it if you want to. Big capacity ink window. It's just a super cool pen. And for what I paid for it, which was not nothing, but I mean, it was not super expensive, I've been absolutely blown away. What a fantastic writer, super smooth nib. I hope they're going to do a broad or a double broad at some point. I really like that because I have a medium, and it's not a thin medium, it's a pretty big one, but delicious pen. If you like bigger pens, you need to get one. I'm not trying to be pushy, you need to get one. You will love it. I've not heard from anyone online who said, oh, I hated mine. For what you pay, it's an amazing deal and a really cool writer, so I really like that. Again, camera tilts down later and you'll see it in more detail. Second pen, blown me away. Santini, their vacuumatic pen. What a pen. I don't know where to start. So they make them entirely in Italy. They make the nib in Italy. They make the feed in Italy. It's an ebonite feed. It's a large capacity pen. It writes beautifully. It's a fire hose. This is a broad nib. This is all ink in the barrel. It's a lot of ink. It's a big pen, big barrel. I can finish this thing in 2 days. It's such a wet writer. It's such a broad nib. It's just delicious. And I love everything about it. Now, it's easy for me to say. They're expensive pens. And I was sent this for review, so I fully understand my own biases, and I get it. It is an expensive pen, but in all honesty, to me, worth every penny. And for me, the factor would be if they would have said, we need this back, send it back, I would have asked them to sell it to me. So that's how much I have loved it, right? But having said that, hey, it's not a cheap pen. I get it, but man, what a beauty, and it looks gorgeous too. I just love this purple finish. Stellar. Next pen, sent to me by Emmy and Ben. Gravitas monster. Vacuumatic pen, massive capacity, big pen, but not obscenely so. It's actually really comfortable, I think, for a lot of different hand sizes. Great section, really comfortable. Number 8 nib, just like the Santini, by the way. Ebonite feed, beautiful filling system that Ben has painstakingly designed based on hard valves, which is really cool. Out of this world. Fantastic writer, fantastic filler. It's just super cool. And yes, I did break mine. Rolled off a desk, snapped in half. I think that would have happened to any pen. Super glue, fixed. Okay. Was that flippant? No, it wasn't. It was just accidents happen. It happens. Next one. Canrite Mammoth. What the hell? Huge pen. Massive nib, again, number 9. This is a colossal nib. Beautiful writer. Has the world's most awkward, weird-looking converter. Works really well. Comes with a travel adapter, which is just a reservoir of ink, which you can fill with an eyedropper, close off, carry with you. I use that. I found the pen drier with that. Seems to... I don't know if the fit is a little better, more airtight with the converter, but what a pen. Delicious writer, ebonite feed again. I think that the ebonite of the pen body is actually gorgeous. It's all the same stuff, so the section matching material, I love that. Very nice continuity visually. It's a big pen. It's called the Mammoth, so it would be really weird if you expected a tiny pen. It is huge. It may be too big for some people. I love it. It's just delicious, and it's a wet writer. This is the medium nib. There is a broad. Those were sold out. If at any point they come back in stock, I may boost one of those because insane. Sent to me by Kevin from Fountain Pen Revolution. Notice that the theme is that so far 3 of these pens have been sent to me, right? So I'm just being honest and upfront. I don't get any compensation for it. They have just been insane to me, the quality of these pens. And relatively speaking, that one wasn't even that expensive. I think I have my notes for that one here. No, I don't. Never mind. I'm getting older. Sorry. So there is that. And then the final one, also sent to me. I think this is the most affordable one in the lineup. Asvine V800. Another big pen. Number 8 nib. Just a plastic feed. It's nothing fancy. But nice number 8 nib. This is an italic 1.1 millimeter stub. It's a vacuum filled pen, so again, huge capacity. Like, this is a massive barrel. I've been writing with it for a long time. It just will not empty. There's so much ink in it, it just keeps going and going. Clear pens, not for everyone. I love it. There are other finishes if you don't like the clear. I just thought the clear was super cool, and seeing the ink in it, I just love it. The vacuumatic cool system, big nib. So the theme here clearly is big nibs, right? Because they're all number 8 or even number 9. They're just stellar. Each and every one of them, beautiful writer, nice filling system, big nib. Man, I love it. So my top 5, here they are. When I tilt the camera down, I'll make sure I have prices for the pens so I can actually share that with you. But what a joy. Let's tilt the camera down, give you a good look, and we'll do some writing, okay? Thanks for your patience. All right, let's look at some of these pens. So in order of appearance, I think, and I've shuffled them around a little bit when I put them on my desk, but let's see what we can do. I think the first one was the Gravitas Monster. So I'll talk very briefly about it. I've reviewed all these pens. If you want full information, go to the review, because I don't want to repeat the whole review here. This is a discontinued finish. It was just I don't know if brushed is the right word, but a titanium cap and turning knob with the at least I thought it was titanium. Am I now making up? Anyway, this particular finish is discontinued faux show, but you can get other finishes like say this one. So I mean, big pen, really cool filling system, huge capacity, Very pleasant to use. I have absolutely loved it, and even though it's glued together, it works perfectly fine. So really nice, and then with its number 8 nib, it's just really fun to use. Then we have that Santini, just beautiful. I just love the transparent material. In places completely clear, in other places you have this sort of slightly translucent purple. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. Very dark. From a distance it almost looks black, but once you get close you see it's a deep purple. Vacuum filling system. One thing I found out the hard way is for this pen, this end where you open up the vacuum system, close it really well, because I forgot to do that at some point. I just sort of lightly tightened it. Ink started to flow out here in a meeting, was all over my hands. So make sure you tighten. Obviously don't tighten it to the point that you crack anything, but you may want to tighten it a bit more than you think it needs to be tightened. Beyond that, it's just beautiful. Big gold nib. Their broad nib is actually broad. I'll show you that in just a second. It's a wonderful, in my mind, beautifully engraved nib, ebonite feed, very wet, very pleasant writer. I just love absolutely everything about it. I think it's generally a fantastic pen. So I really like that. When I'm done with the quick talk through, I'll show them to you side by side so you can see the size differences. Yes, his is where we started, wasn't it? So the Junlaipen 930, huge, doesn't even fit. I need to zoom out a little bit. Huge, bigger than a Montblanc 149, but for all intents and purposes the same shape as a Montblanc 149. Piston filled. Nice material, huge nib, number 9, big feed, but not with the super fragile fins of the feed that Montblanc uses, which bend out of shape really easily. So that's quite nice. Ink window there, it's a little hard to see because it's a dark ink in there, but there is an ink window that allows you to see how much ink you have left, which I love. You can use it unposted perfectly well. If you really want to post it, you have this colossal pen. It's super fun, and when you look at what you pay for it, I'll show you the prices when I put them all next to each other. I think it's a steal for what you get. Then we have that Canrite Mammoth. It's really big. I think they come in different finishes, but this red ebonite is just beautiful. The mottled red, I think it's stunning. I really like it. This one definitely a cheaper clip. I'm pretty sure I can bend this out of shape. So of these pens, I think this one, that part is by far the cheapest on all of these. But you get this beautiful number 9 nib out of it. Lovely ebonite feed. Delicious wet writer. And again, really big. If you want to, you can sort of post it. I'm not sure it's meant to be posted, but look how big it is unposted. This is not something that I think you should feel a need to post. Works really well. And I have this feeling you're able to eyedropper it. I haven't actually tried that because I don't really like eyedroppering pens, but if that's something you do enjoy, go for it, and you would have a massive capacity. And then we have the final of the 5, that Asvine V800. I think it's the smallest of the 5, to be honest, but still a big pen. Not everybody likes clear pens, and some people despise clear and then gold trim. I don't mind it in any way. Maybe I'm an uncivilized bore. I don't know. I just don't care. To me, it looks cool. The clear is really neat, vacuum filled, so it's a large capacity. Of these 5, I think the Canrite has the smallest capacity maybe, but it does have a pretty big converter. But still, there's a lot of ink in that pen, so really no need to be concerned about running out of ink. The vacuum system here is really cool. You can get it in a 1.1 millimeter stub, which I think is very cool. A nice big number 8 nib, and if you want to post it, then you can. And again, this is not a small pen, so I'm sorry all 5 of these are quite big. I do think the Monster is great, even if you have somewhat smaller hands, and this one The V800 is also quite comfortable because it has a section that tapers down quite a bit. So I think a lot of people might find this pen comfortable to use. So side by side, and I am going to start with the Junlaipen, just so that the monster doesn't roll away, because again it doesn't have a clip. We have the Santini, and then we have the Canrite Mammoth, which is just colossal, and then we have that V800. So here you go. Now price wise, hold on to your seats. We have the Monster. This finish was 285 euros. It's discontinued. The new ones I've seen are 390, so they've jumped up in price. The Santini, 790 euros. It's a very expensive pen, but it's also beautifully made. Very classic looking. I love the facets. Nib is made in-house. Feed is made in-house. Mechanism made in-house. I mean, you do pay for that. Then we have the Junlaipen, by far the most affordable. I think that one was about $54 on AliExpress, and that was probably Canadian, so that's, I think, a really, really good deal. The Mammoth was 95 US, so that one is also on the lower end in this lineup. And then a stellar deal is to be had for the V800, about 58 to about $65 Canadian on Amazon, depending on what finish you pick. So I'm going to gently put them out of the way, and I'll do a writing sample, and I'll talk a little bit more about why I think these five are so amazing. So I don't think I have enough space to go side by side, so I'm just going to go top to bottom, if you don't mind. Let's see what we can do. This is a terrible match of finish and ink, but here we go. We have the Junlaipen 930, incredibly smooth nib, no skipping, doesn't run dry. I just absolutely love it. This is the medium, and this is Monteverde, California teal. Just for the sake of time, I won't write it all out, although in the time I explained that I'm not writing it all out, I could have written it. Anyway, super smooth, wet, delicious writer, delicious. Doesn't slow down, it doesn't give you any issues as it runs like lower on ink. It doesn't get any drier, it just keeps going and going and going. Beautiful nib. I absolutely love it. Great, great writer and huge pen. Fantastic. I'm a little bit in love with this one. And for that price, it's a no-brainer, right? Like $50. I mean, it's just a fantastic pen. Okay, the Monster. I'm just going to post it for the sake of saying I've posted the Monster. Number 8 nib. This is the broad nib, and this is Edelstein Star Ruby Red, which in my mind they should not have discontinued, but you know, who am I? This is too heavy. Ridiculous. This is just great. Beautiful writer, very smooth, quite wet, and if you need it wetter, you can always just open up that valve and get some really nice wetness out of it. Just beautiful. Again, great writer, beautiful for every day, not too huge to be obscene and to be unpleasant. I find it very comfortable, just lovely overall. Now we have the Santini. This is so insane. This thing is so wet. I forgot if it's 14 or 18K, but it's gold, and this is a broad. I'm sorry, I just forgot. Delicious. This is a Waterman Serenity Blue, so just the regular blue. It's still wet. Okay, that's how wet this writer is. It's just insane. But I love it so much. It's so delicious. It's also, it's smooth, but it doesn't have that buttery smoothness. There is, to me, just a touch of feedback, and I love it. It shows you you're writing with a fountain pen. It's not scratchy in any way. It's just beautiful, and it just keeps going, and it is so wet you'll start to drown by proxy when you look at it. I love it. Fantastic pen, and what a looker. Okay, 3 down, 2 to go. The Canrite Mammoth. So clearly finer. It's the medium nib. Again, I would love to try their broad at some point. Sorry, horrid writing. This is just a medium, and this is, I think this is Mont Blanc Corn Poppy. Red. For a steel nib on a not super expensive pen, really pleasant. It's not scratchy. It's really quite wet because of the ebonite feed. This is my test for skipping. As you can see, it just keeps going. Because the ebonite feed, really good ink flow, really pleasant, just a beautiful writer, and I love it. This is not for small hands. If you like smaller pens, then this is just not for you. But what a pleasure to write with. Whoever said size didn't matter. Okay, and then we finally have the Asvine V800 with a 1.1 millimeter stub and some sort of Leonardo Waterman turquoise mix. I just threw 2 inks together because I had a little bit left. Yes, if that horrifies you, I'm sorry. The world didn't explode. Okay. Wet, delicious, nice line variation because of the this is under no pressure because of the 1.1. It's just another one. Great flow. I actually thought it was an ebonite feed for a bit, but they Asvine told me it's actually plastic, ABS, if I remember correctly. It just keeps going and going. What a fantastic lineup of pens. So these are the 5 that blew me out of the water this year. Superb pens, some very expensive, some more affordable, at least relatively speaking. What a joy. So there you have it. I hope this was fun, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye.